Hey guys, welcome back to Tame Your Space. I'm your host, Sandy Talbot, and in this podcast, we are going to talk about sentimental treasures. Now, what is a sentimental treasure? Well, for me, it is things that are from my past that I want to keep. So, sentimental treasures come in all shapes, sizes, and forms. Sentimental treasures are photos. Sentimental treasures are things that you have kept from your childhood. They are also things that you have kept from your children's childhood, your grandparents, your parents. Pretty much sentimental treasures are memories from the past. I have a few sentimental treasures. They all sit up in my wardrobe in boxes. I have a few sentimental things from my childhood. I have a stamp collection that my dad started me on when I was 10 years old. So it is now like 45 years old. I also have a novelty eraser collection that my sister and I started when, and again, Dad, being the collector that he was, started us when we went on our first trip around the South Island on a family holiday. I also have love letters from my first husband when we were dating, and I have kept those because they are my teenage years. 15, 16, 17, the turmoil years of being a young adult and the ups and downs of school and parents and all those things, that the emotions that go with growing up when you were that age. I also have my grandmother's ring that I was very close to. I was meant to have that when I think I was maybe 16, but my mum told my grandmother, my nana, no, because she's too young. She won't look after it. So when my nana passed away when I was 22, no, I was 21. That was the only thing I wanted from my grandmother, was the ring that she promised me when I was 16. And I'm so grateful that my mum got that for me. So I have my grandmother's ring. I still haven't decided on what to do with that ring yet, but I do have a little granddaughter, so I will probably pass that on to her. So sentimental treasures, they're a hard thing to let go of. I haven't let go of those things. I also have, I was a brownie growing up, and I guess I was a overachiever when it came to being a brownie. I wanted all the badges, and I think I got them all except for one, and I got the golden hand, which was the highest one. But I loved brownies. Brownies were so much fun. I learned so many things as a young child that has shaped me in the person that I am today. I've learned so many skills through brownies, like making a bed and sewing on a button and just the things that kids don't seem to be doing these days, which is sad. So, sentimental treasures, excuse me, um, how to store them, how to decide whether to keep them or not. Depending what they are, I would, for your children, if you've got a favorite outfit or a favorite thing, you could do a memory box and have it hanging, hanging on the wall. Uh, Photos, store them in photo albums so that you can share them with your children, your family. I have a wedding album, my mum's wedding album, um, and being the scrapbooker that I am, I'm going to actually put her wedding photos in a little album that I make because I lost my dad 2 years ago. So I want to do something uh, to show my grandchildren uh, of my parents. My mum is still around, but she's got dementia, so we don't know how long she's going to be. Storing your sentimental clutter or your treasures is not clutter, but I do sort through my treasures. You know, I have things from when I was growing up that I still haven't, let go of. And if you can't let go of it, or you think you can't, take a photo of it because a photo takes up less space than the object does. I feel that if you have children, that passing things on to them is probably the best thing that you can do to keep your treasures in the family. If you don't have children, pass it on to your siblings or just document it. Take photos. Photos are worth 1,000 words. So think about your sentimental treasures and what they really mean to you. I know you have probably pictures of your kids when they were little painting. I know I have. I have a painting that my oldest son did, and it was on a calendar for our play centre. My son never painted anything. He was always in the sandpit, always outside, whether it be sandpit, the tools. He was never inside painting or creating. So I treasure that because it's something that he only probably did twice while he was a preschooler. But you can put them on the wall, put them in a photo frame, and put them on the wall. Kids love seeing their creations. I'm going to make a frame with a magnetic opening so I can put my grandson's creations in there so I can display them and he can see that grandma has pride and place for his creations. Don't be scared to keep your sentimental treasures. But when you're getting to my age and you're wanting to downsize because you're getting at an age where you are getting older, and I think about what I have here and what, if something happens, what my son has to deal with. So I don't want so much stuff that he has to sort. So I am trying to downsize and, the sentimental stuff I'm going to pass on to probably him. I think talking about it, I think I will take photos of my novelty eraser collection, and physically, I don't think I've touched it in probably 10 years. It's in a bag, in a box, and in reality, I should probably just take photos and do a little scrapbook mini album of the erasers that I collected when I was, between 10 and 12, 13 with my sister. Every time we went somewhere, we bought a eraser. So protect your sentimental things, especially baby things. Wrap them in tissue paper and put them in a box where there's no light but it's dry. There are things that you can put in, plastic memory things that keep, bugs and things out. Photos, just keep them in a box. Label them, date them, name the person on the back. If you don't know who they are, ask your parents or your grandparents, because once they pass away and you don't know who that person is, you'll never know. I have photos of my grandparents with people that I don't even know who they are, because my grandmother, my nana, didn't write on them who the person was, and that's so important for memories. Again, the scrapbook are coming out of date and name everything, because one day you might not know who that person is. Like my mum, she can't remember anything now. She doesn't even remember me. The dementia has taken her memories away. She may remember a little bit, but not a lot. And I can't ask her things anymore. I can't ask her who's in that photo. I can't ask my dad because he's gone. My grandparents are all gone. So one thing to do with your treasures is, especially photos, is to date and name the person. Even if you don't do anything with your photos and you just store your photos, put the name and date on the back when you get them printed. I know we have all this digital and it's all on our phones and our cameras, but we need to print them out. What happens if you lost your phone? You lose all your photos. But that is another episode. So sentimental treasures, yes, have some, because your children and their children will appreciate it. But limit it. Take photos of the big stuff. Photos don't take up much space. So just think about why you're keeping them and what purpose you're going to have for them. I'm 55 years old. This sentimental stuff for me is over 30 years old or more. I have cards that family have given me. I have little trinkets that I've collected on the way. And you know what? I think I'm just going to take photos and make a special album for Sandy's Treasures, because I know I can see it. It's not doing me any good with it being in a box. If I have it in a photo, I can see it every day if I want to. So I hope you enjoyed that episode of What is Sentimental Clutter. Remember, it's your treasures, and just love them for what they are. That doesn't make sense either. So I hope you enjoyed that episode of what is. I hope you enjoyed that episode of Sentimental Treasures. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video and give me a review, because your feedback means a lot to me. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and stay clutter free.